Baseball night in America brings us to Chicago. It's an important AL Central matchup. Two teams chasing the Minnesota Twins, the second place Cleveland Guardians against the third place Chicago White Sox. And welcome to Baseball Night in America on Fox. AJ Przinsky and Len Kasper. And AJ, when you think about the superstars of the game, why don't we hear Jose Ramirez's name enough?
There's no explanation other than he plays in a smaller market in Cleveland. But he showed out at the All-Star game in Los Angeles. And at the end of the year, Jose Ramirez will be around the top 3 to 5 in the MVP. He should probably be higher because of the numbers he puts up and how he does it defensively and all the big runs he drives in for the Cleveland Guardians. This guy is a stud of a player. He does it all. And when the Guardians need a run driven in, it's usually Jose Ramirez that delivers.
Yeah, he's tied for the major league lead in that department. And the guy who makes the Chicago White Sox go is Tim Anderson, the starting shortstop for the AL this past Tuesday.
Well, if you're a White Sox fan, you remember the Go-Go Sox back in the day. Well, Tim Anderson is the Go-Go for this year's White Sox. If he gets on, he creates havoc for the other teams, whether it's the Guardians tonight or whoever. He swings early in the count, so when you turn on the TV in the bottom of the first inning, be ready because Tim Anderson could do something quickly. He has power to make it 1-0 early. He is the engine for the White Sox. He needs to get on, create havoc, and score runs for the Boppers down the order.
This is actually game 2 today, as earlier the Guardians beat the White Sox for the 8th time in 11 matchups. Should be fun. Cleveland versus Chicago next. It has warmed up considerably here this evening. We got a little rain late this morning, but we should be good to go the rest of the night here at Guaranteed Rate Field. Mentioned the Guardians, a 7-4 winner earlier this afternoon. They've taken the first 2 games in this series. Let's check out their batting order. Kwan and Rosario have been getting on base a ton, ahead of Jose Ramirez, who knocked in a couple earlier today. Josh Naylor had the game-winning RBI off the bench. Jimenez, the all-star. Nolan Jones off to a very good start to his career. Ernie Clement will play third with Ramirez DHing. Maley, the catcher. Straw, the center fielder, will bat 9th. And the White Sox right now, they've just kind of been hovering around that 500 mark, and they haven't actually been over 500 in nearly 2 months. Right now they're 2 games under, but AJ, just 4 games back. They're still very much in the hunt in this division.
Absolutely, and that's part of the problem if you're the Twins or the Guardians. The White Sox have not played up to their potential so far this year, and they're only a few games back. So Len, watch out, because their schedule lightens up here in the second half. If they get healthy and they get guys like Lance Lynn going, veteran guys that they've counted on, watch out, because they're due to make a run.
So here come the White Sox behind the veteran right-hander. And for Lance Lynn, this will be just his 8th start of the season, coming off right knee surgery. And here are his numbers, and it's been a struggle,
to say the least. Yeah, Lance Lynn has been one of the best pitchers and probably the most under-talked about pitcher for a long time, for about the last 10 years. But you see his usage. The thing for me is he's throwing more sliders and more cutters. He used to be a dead 4-seam, 2-seam. Here comes a fastball. I'm going to elevate it. I'm going to sink it. Hit it if you can. This year, because his velocity is down a little bit, Lynn, he's throwing more sliders, more cutters, trying to get off barrels. And because of that, he's making mistakes, and the home run has really hurt him in his start so far.
Let's check out how the White Sox line up behind him. Eloy Jimenez in left. A.J. Pollock is in center. Hasn't played out there a whole lot. Right now, Luis Roberts on the IL. Vaughn in right. Third to first, Moncada, Anderson on the left side. Harrison and Abreu on the right. Reese McGuire, one of 3 catchers on their active roster, will be Lance Lynn's battery mate. And the Guardians, I mentioned these 2 guys getting on base a lot. They're kind of a throwback, right? I mean, this is an era of strikeouts and missing bats, but this Cleveland lineup makes better contact than any group in the league.
Only 18% strikeout, which is huge in today's game, with all of the guys not caring about strikeouts. And these Guardians, they put the ball in play. They do the little things. That's why I talked to Terry Francona before the game. I said, how are you doing it? And he just said, we have baseball players. We have guys that know how to play baseball. They don't make mistakes. They run the bases. They make all the plays in the field. And they put pressure on other teams. And other teams, a lot of times, Len, they're just not used to it.
Terry Francona's club has won 5 in a row. And it will be the rookie Stephen Kwan to lead it off. 2 games in this series, Kwan and Rosario have been on base 12 times. They're combined 10 for 18.
That's what you want at the top of your order, to get on for Jose Ramirez and Josh Naylor in the middle of the order to drive them in. That's why they've won the first 2 games. These guys get on base, they cause problems.
The 6'5" Lance Lynn ready to work. And just off the outside corner, and we are underway.